What's up, guys? This is Butcher, and this episode is going to be a little different from anything I've done before. So I'm going to talk over a replay of a game that I think is important in teaching the concepts of laning, ganking, everything all put together. And right off the bat, I'm gonna tell you, this replay is, this game is not going to be close. It's going to be very one-sided. It's going to look very easy, like whatever, but it's easy because I, as a Pudge player, made it easy. Like, I did the right things, I played aggressively, I made all the right choices, and I took advantage of the hero, like as Pudge, in the situation that I was playing this game. So all I'm going to say is that if I would have played this differently, like if I would have played this less aggressive, if I would have not done like the certain choices that I've done this game could have been very different. And yeah, I'm just gonna try to think out loud with what I'm saying when I'm doing this game. So okay, I'm laning against Evoker, and I got Stout Shield, and I got a lot of regen, Tango and a Salve. I usually get either a Tango or a Salve. In this case, I got Tango and a Salve so I could trade hits a little bit more, and since it's Evoker, he's very, very, very weak in his first couple of levels, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Invoker either exhort or exhort Quas or whatever, Quas Wex. The Invoker is just very weak, like in the beginning of the game, so I'm taking advantage of that. I have a Stout Shield, so I can tank a lot, and what I'm doing here is I'm zoning him out. If you see, he's not getting a lot of last hits, because I'm zoning him out of lane. He can't really attack the creeps. So if we look at the creep stats, okay, last hits nice. I have 3-3 and he has 2-1. So I'm winning on last hits even though I'm melee, right? Okay, here I'm just coming up to him. I know that I'm not gonna kill him. And the lane, since the lane is already here, like it's closer to my cliff, I could do this. Like, see how many denies I'm getting? I'm controlling the lane very well. I have a lot more HP than he does. And see, he overextended a little bit. So I just follow up. I play aggressive. I know that he can't do anything since he's level 1 or 2. He's an Invoker, so he can't really do anything. He doesn't have a lot of damage. His movement speed's very slow. Like, he's like a Shadow Fiend. So this is what you want to do against an Invoker. You want to be aggressive. And see, like, now I killed him, and now I'm really destroying this lane. If you kill an Invoker, or a Shadow Fiend, or a lot of heroes, like maybe a Tinker or a Storm, and Pudge gets the super high levels on him, like, I'm level 4, and Invoker is, whatever, level, I don't know, level 2 or 3, it doesn't really matter. But he's lower level, I'm higher level, so now I'm really winning the game. I'm winning the lane. I'm getting my bottle. I'm waiting for mana right now. I can't really go kill him, so I need my bottle, so I'm waiting for my bottle. I'm not using the salve yet because I'm going to regen all of the health that I'm missing from the bottle as I get the mana. So this is a little bit of efficiency. Like, after I killed him, I was low HP. I was still last hitting. They couldn't really gank me, and I knew I was safe, so I didn't really need all of the HP from the salve, so I didn't use the salve. In case I need the salve later on. Okay, same thing here. He's weak. He's much weaker than me, and this takes a lot of skill. I mean, here he was juking, and he was kind of moving in a whatever weird pattern, but he doesn't have boots, so it's easier to hook him now. It's a lot easier to hook people when they don't have boots compared to when they do have boots. And here is pretty easy. Just walk up to him, point blank, hook him. There's really nothing he could do, especially with the rot slow, and I'm close to him, and the turn rate of Invoker. This is pretty much a 90% hit hook. He couldn't really do much there, but I mean, he was out of position. He was hitting creeps. Like, at this point, he can't even get close to creeps. Like, I'm dominating the lane so much. I'm level 6. He's probably level 4, so I'm really dominating the lane. Like, and this is what you want to be doing. Like, if you're playing against a matchup like this, I don't know why the Mirana is not ganking for him, so this is good for me. I'm getting a ton of last hits. Look, I have 18-5 last hits. I'm leading the board. I have 5 denies against arranged. He's only 7-1, and I'm already 2-0. I killed him twice, so I'm 2 levels higher than him. It's a ridiculous amount of XP. Whenever you're running low on mana, you do want to go for the runes. So if you want to keep killing the person that you're laying against, you have to go for the runes. Because you need mana. So yeah, this is pretty standard. I knew that Even if he sunstrike me, I have too much HP, so I just fought him. Like, you don't need to, yeah. So this is pretty easy. And now I use my salve because I was missing what? I was at 200 or 300 HP, and I only have one bottle charge. So I bottled it up. I have enough mana for a hook, and I used my salve because I want to be full HP. Okay, now that I killed him, and I know that they don't have wards because I took the rune and I hooked him from the top. So I know they don't have any wards. They don't have any ganking. So I'm just gonna go gank. Actually, yeah. If the guy at the bottom, as I was checking the rune at the lower rune, if the guy at the bottom would have been there, like, I would have ganked the guy at the bottom because I'm already dominating Invoker. So I mean, if I gank the bottom lane real quick and get a fast kill in like 30 seconds and then come back mid, it's not going to be a big deal. Since the opponent at the bottom lane wasn't there, or the lane was pushed out, our lane was pushed out, I couldn't really gank him, so I went back mid and killed Invoker. They don't have wards at this point, I know. So, like, this game could have been a lot harder if the opponents had wards. I wouldn't have, the last two hooks that I landed on Invoker wouldn't have hit because he would have saw me there. But since it's from fog and it's night, he really can't do anything about it. Like, I see him, he doesn't see me from fog, so those are very easy hooks. Okay, now that I killed Invoker, he's nowhere in lane. I'm level 8. I see that they have a Lifestealer and PL, so I know that one of them is going to be farming the jungle, right? Or maybe I run into somebody here, and at this point I'm super high level. I have what, 4 kills. Okay, here what I'm doing is some people would have hooked or used Dismember or something. I'm looking at this. I have boots. I have Tranquil boots. He has maybe brown boots or something. I'm faster than him, so I just rot him to death. I'm super high level, whatever. This was a little bit of skill. I mean, I kind of knew. I kind of predicted the range of the PL thing. I predicted the range of it, and I knew he was going to run in a straight line, so that hook was pretty easy, I guess. And here, I don't need to use more than just my ultimate. Yeah, here I think I was talking to my team, so I didn't see that arrow coming. I just got cocky. So here, yeah, I died. But I mean, it's not a big deal. I could go back in and be aggressive again. But the whole moral of the story, okay, while I'm dead, I'm going to talk about some points. So I played aggressive in my lane. I dominated Invoker because I took advantage that Pudge was stronger level 1 than Invoker, especially Exort Invoker, since he doesn't have movement speed or he can't take away my mana or anything. And then I controlled the runes as I got the bottle. I hooked from fog. I could see him, he couldn't see me, so those are pretty standard hooks. And as soon as the opportunity presented itself, I go into their jungle because I know that they have 2 farming heroes, or I just want to gank. Like, I don't really want to keep farming because I'm so far ahead. I just want to like keep killing people. And the biggest thing is when you kill the opponent, you're stopping their farm. It's not that important that I'm getting farm, it's just that I'm stopping their farm and their low progression. And here again, I go into the jungle and I'm bound to find somebody because they're not in lane, right? Okay, just looking at it theoretically. If they're not in lane, where else could they be? Like, they're safe lane, there's nobody there, so they have to be in the jungle, like 100%. Or they're standing next to the tier 2s, but I mean, they're probably not going to be doing that. I'm going to talk about the wards after this. Okay, so here, I'm just like, I want to conserve as much mana as possible. So, if he would have kept juking, I would have just kept hitting him physically. I wouldn't have been used mana for this kill. But since he was running away and it was pretty obvious he was running a straight line, I hooked him right afterwards. See, what you don't want to do is, you want to come up to Mirana and just hook, like, without animation canceling, or just hook and do the combo right off the bat, because he might dodge it or he might move. And whenever he's really far away, you don't really want to hook. You want to cancel animation, so he's going to juke, right? He juked, and then I caught up to him, and then when I was close, I ran the hook. So that was the most like, by playing it like that, I made sure that I would hit the hook. Like, the percentage of me hitting the hook was very high compared to any other way I would have played it. It would have been much lower. So here I see that they're all rotating bottom because I'm ganking their jungle, so they're all rotating bottom, so I want to follow the opponent's team. So I gank, I have a TP, and I have my blink. So at this point I'm not really scared of dying because I have a blink and I used all my gold, so I'm not going to lose a lot of gold if I die. This is a pretty skill hook. I saw that the Mirana was walking like that in the tree, so I mean this is pretty skill, but at this point of the game I'm so high level, I have so much HP, 1500 HP, and I have a blink dagger, I have ridiculous mobility, so at this point I'm super far ahead, so I can be as aggressive as I want at this point of the game. So now all I want to do is just keep ganking them and keep the pressure on them. I don't want to let them farm because I'm so far ahead. I gotten to this point. I just need to keep killing them. And the strength points are going to keep stacking up. Here I didn't know where he was going to go. And if I hooked him from fog, I wouldn't have instant dismember him. So I didn't want to hook him. Like, I'm just going to go for a different kill that is 100%. See, if I went on PL, the chances that I would have killed him if he was a decent player, he had decent reflexes, would have been maybe 50%. If I would have gotten my dismember off before he got his split off, I might have killed him. There was a high chance I was going to kill him. If he gotten his split off, then I would have wasted my invisibility rune. Okay, here I don't know how the arrow hit. I knew that I was going to get arrowed, but see, I dodged, I moved down, I guess it was too slow. See, that was a misplay on my part, but I just want to be as aggressive as possible. So I could have played that better and backed off, knowing that there was going to be 3 heroes there. When I walked up the hill, I thought that there was going to be Mirana and the Skyreth. I didn't think the Invoker was there, so if there was only 2 heroes there, I could have killed both of them, because I have more HP than both of them combined, and I have really good burst damage. So if I would have dodged the arrow, I could have killed Skyreth and then turned on Mirana and maybe chased Mirana, but I got arrowed, so I died. But I mean, at the same time, I was kind of playing aggressive. Here. Oh, okay. I want to talk about the wards before. Oh, actually, this is a good play. Okay, so here. Just watch. So I knew that he invis, and I know that he's Quas Exhort, so he's very slow. So I knew he was going to move in that general line, and this was completely blind. I just hooked in that direction. So this is pretty luck. I mean, pretty skill. Actually, this was skill. Yeah, this was skill. I knew he was going to move in a straight line, so. And he was in this, so he had like 200 movement speed. So I mean, it was pretty obvious the way I played it. Okay. Before anything else goes on, I want to talk about the wards. As you recall, I think 5 minutes ago, I bought 4 wards, and as I started, I placed these wards. I like this ward because it's aggressive. I placed the ward here. This ward I like better than this ward because it's harder to deward. They still dewarded it, but it took them a long time. This ward here, people almost never deward, either here or here. Whenever you're aggressive, you want to put the ward here so you can see them rotation, so you can maybe stand in the trees here. And when they go back to lane like this, you can just hook them because they don't see you and you see them, so it's pretty easy to hook them. Here, the Invoker, I think, TP'd, and I just hooked him after he TP'd. At this point of the game, it's very easy, but, I mean, I hope you understand and see that, like, an average Pudge player would not have steamrolled these people this easily. An average Pudge player would have played a little more passive, wouldn't have dominated the lane so hard because he would just traded last hits with the Invoker instead of killing him. So yeah, if I would have traded last hits with Invoker and not even gone for a kill until level 4, 5, or 6, it would have been too late. Like he would have, he's pretty strong because he had the Forged Spirits and he would have been high level. It would have been much harder to kill the Invoker if I didn't go on him early. And if I didn't control the lane the way that I controlled the lane, it would have been a much, much, much harder game. So yeah, basically you want to keep control of the jungle in these games like this. You want to control the jungle as much as possible. And here you're just ganking people, moving around the map. It's pretty simple. This was show off. This is bad. I should have just chased him, but at this point I'm super relaxed. I know this game's over, so yeah, it's pretty easy. Yeah, I see the. I'm not going for lifesteal because lifesteal is harder to kill. Where did she go? Oh, I thought she moved up. See, I hooked there because I thought that I was gonna move with her, so she was gonna go backwards. So that's where she was gonna go, but I missed that hook. Oh well. I know that the rune is about to spawn, so I'm bottling up and being as efficient as possible and with my mana. So here I activate the DD rune early because I don't really need the damage, I just need the mana. So I want to be full HP if I dive. I want to have the most amount of HP as possible, which is going to be the highest percent chance that I'm going to live if I dive people. So if you're another hero that relies heavily on DPS, don't activate the double damage rune so early. I mean, because you're going to need it later on. I think this is the part where I wrap up the game. The main point is to be aggressive, gank the jungle. I'm gonna tell you, I think in this replay we're gonna end the game in like 10 minutes. I had to take a phone call, so I was AFK for like a couple of minutes, but we ended the game. It was pretty easy, pretty standard. I'm gonna rewind this. Yeah. But whatever, I hope you see the point. So, okay. So, summary. If you're laning against Invoker, SF, not so much Storm Spirit, maybe Tinker. If you're laning against those kind of heroes, squishy kind of heroes, that are not too strong at level 1, you need to be aggressive. So, you need to just walk up to them and start hitting them, trading last hits, because you have a stout shield and you're very tanky. You have like 900 HP and they have like 500 HP total, so you have almost twice the amount of HP that they have, and you're gonna absorb a lot of damage from the creeps because you have stout shield. So just go ahead and trade damage, and when they're low you could just walk up to them again and point blank hook them. If they juke too much, you just walk up to them and just physically kill them to death, because you want to conserve as much mana as possible. Looking back at this Mirana kill at the top lane, I walk up to him and he leaped early, right? I just walk up to him, I animation cancel, and then walk towards him. I know that he's gonna juke, he's not gonna run in a straight line, so I'm gonna catch up to him. And then when I cut up to him, if he would have missed that arrow, I would have actually not used my hook or dismember at all. I would have just chased him with the rot, and since the Pudge buff, the rot at level 4 slows for like 26%, so it's much easier to chase and kill people without using your hook or your ultimate now. So whenever you don't need to use the hook or dismember, because Pudge has very low mana and you want to conserve the mana. Same thing with the Lifestealer. When I found the Lifestealer early game, I didn't need to use anything because he didn't have his slow. I had Tranko boots, he had regular boots, and he was like level 4 and I was level 8. So I didn't really need to use anything there. Keep the pressure up, don't farm too much on Pudge. I might do a similar video like this, but in a game where it's not so easy. I lose my lane. Suppose I'm going against Quap and I haven't killed Quap at early levels because the Quap played it well, and it's not such an easy game. There's a different approach that you should do. Then you should play a little bit more passive. You can't really YOLO that much because you're not that high level, and also opponents have wards or something, so you can't gank that easily. They'll see you around the map, so it's much more dangerous. But in these kind of games, these pub kind of games, if you have a matchup like this, similar matchup, you're going Pudge against that kind of lineup that we saw in this replay, there's no reason why the game shouldn't be different than from the game you just watched. Like anybody, well, I mean, like there was some skill involved, like when the Invoker was juking, when I hooked the PL, there's some skill involved. When I hooked the Invoker, there's some skill involved, but it's all just prediction. It's all prediction. Just read your opponent. Whenever they're juking, expect them to juke, and just hook wherever they're going to juke. Don't hook in a straight line. Get early game items. Get stuff like Urn, Tranko boots, cheap items, and then go for Blink, because Blink, if you see somebody, the thing I like about Blink, when you're snowballing, you get the Blink very early, and what you can do is, instead of hooking and having the chance of missing, you just blink on them when they're alone, dismember them, and then point blank hook them, and that's 100% kill. So you don't need to gamble. Whenever there's 100% chance to kill somebody compared to a not 100% chance, you should go for the biggest percentage of a kill that you can, unless there's risk of death. If there's 3 people there, I'm not gonna just blink in and eat somebody. I'm gonna hook them into the trees and then dismember them and then get out as soon as possible so I don't die. But if there's only 1 person, there's no reason why you should just hook them and then dismember them instead of just blinking on them and then dismembering them. I hope you see the point. Everything should be calculated. Everything should be efficient. Utilize all of the options to the best of your ability. Like, don't be too eager. Be patient. I mean, but also at the same time be aggressive. Be aggressive. Calculate your aggressiveness, I guess. A good way to test how far you can push your limits: play aggressive. Play super, 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 super aggressive. And then at some points you'll succeed, at some points you'll die. And then when you die, you know, okay, I can't push it that far, so I should not be aggressive in that situation. But in the situations that you did succeed, just be like, I should be aggressive like this all the time. And yeah, good luck, guys. And these kind of games are super satisfying. Like, I destroyed my mid lane, I ganked. This was like easy game. This is very fun. You just destroy your opponent and people get mad, and then yeah, the game is very easy. So I hope you guys like this video. If you have any comments or suggestions for future videos, comment in the comment section below. And good luck, guys.